Hello and welcome back to the residential course. So we have entered our roofing with our deck and our railings, and I have just gone and added some queen. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. Just to match our existing front facade, as you can see here. So I've just leveled all of them with the garage, just to create a nice clean look. So now we need to create a front roof for our stoop. So if we look at the plans, our stoop is in line with this. So now I'm going to go create a floor. I'm going to check for the existing floor, and I am just going to draw it in like so. So this floor needs to be on finished floor level at minus, I'm going to go with minus 50 for that weather strip by the front door. Let's go okay. I don't want to touch anything at this moment. Let's see, finish floor level. Okay. Now we can just double check. Okay, existing. So now I see that there is a roof as well in front, a little small, not little roofy. So now I just need to check that distance. We have a distance of 3.8 meters. So now I need to check for my spacing, my span for another rafter purlin. So I'm gonna do my roof again first, so I know that it is in the correct place. So I'm just gonna go finish floor level. Let's check our plan for, as you can see, stoop roof, chromo deck, corrugated galvanized steel sheets, 10-degree pitch on those purlins, 500. So on the rafter, so I would say there's a rafter. There's no section going through here. So if we look at the bearer beam is that size, then we might have on 500, 500 our rafters behind that, and then our purlins will be on top of that. Unfortunately, we also have no height for that, so this we will need to eyeball it. So let's create our little roof. I'm going to go to architecture. Let me just close this. Architecture, roof. I'm going to go no overhang. I've selected. Let's just go with, let's go with attic level. See how it looks. And I'm going to just draw in another rectangle. So now I'm going to make it fall from our level height. I'm going to change the slope to 10 degrees, and I'm going to go okay. So this section is the one we've been using the whole time. Zoom fit. Okay, so we don't want it to go up. I'm going to go minus 10 so that it's like that. Okay, so there might be a little issue. I'm just going to align this like so. Okay, oh, we'll need to edit that footprint again. Let's just go edit it and lock. I don't want it to move again. Lock. Okay. I'm not sure why it's that little plaster finish that's throwing me off. Okay, so back to floor plan, and now we need to go structure, beam, and edit type on the beam. Duplicate, I'm going to call this existing stoop bearer, and we know this is a 38 by 114. I'm gonna go okay, and I'm going to draw this in over here and go back to my section. Okay, there it is. I'm just gonna put minus 500 minus 500 so that I can adjust it. So to there. So from here we need to take this down 76. Because there is a purlin going to sit over here. And then another fascia board that closes off that area. Okay, so now that we have that in place, we can use, I'm going to use the same family for the rafters going from this side to this side. I'm going to go there and let's go structure, beam, and I'm going to draw it in like so. So there it's hiding. I'm just also going to say minus 500, minus 500, just so I can adjust it. So we now want a 10-degree height on this. So I'm going to go detail line, offset, and go 76, so that we know where this needs to be. Okay, so I'm going to move this up. That's there, so we have a nice clean beam join. And I'm going to move this up as well. Make sure that it snaps, align, lock on there, and lock on there. Okay, but now you moved, I think it moved it back. So I'm just gonna wing that one. Okay, I'm gonna unlock it. Okay, so now we need to give it a height. We know it needs to sit there. So from attic level, I'm going to, there is that. So from attic to that point is 77. So start level is minus 77. There. Okay, so that's, we need to adjust this part. Check attic level again on our corner, 247. So minus 247. That does not feel right, so I'm going to try and align it. There we go. And let's go to our structure, see where is that coping tool, so that we can clean up this section. In connection. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Why is my brain not braining at this moment? Just gonna close this, go here, go. Connection. Come on, eyes, where is that curving tool? Not. There we go. Okay, so now we need to edit our notching distance. And there you can see under properties, it's 20, and that is that distance. If we set our notch to 0, okay, you were supposed to bring it back in, my friend. Notching distance, let's make it 1. Okay, that looks better. So I just basically dragged my beam into it so that that cut just looks cleaner. Let's go to 3D to see what we have created. So there is our beam. So I'm going to go align, choose my wall, and choose the back side of that beam because that needs to be on the wall. Okay, I'm going to go to my front elevation. Just going to change my view to fine so that I can see this one. I'm going to go AR. I'm going to go last, choose this side, and take it all the way to the other wall. And we know, as per the previously approved plans, we have a spacing of not more than 500, or on 500. So that distance we have for our stoep is 3900, 3860. So that does not constitute into or break into equal parts of 500. So I'm going to space this to be not more than 500. So 4 divided by, so it's 8, so we have to go 7. And we'll check those dimensions in a moment just to make sure that they are under 500 millimeter spacing. So DI on your keyboard, now they are on 600. Alright, so I had to put more than 8, not less than 8. So I'm going to go 9. Okay, that works well. We can also rather just put in 8, and that should, okay, that's more than 500. 9, let's keep it at 9. So there we have all of our nice little rafters. I'm still going to try to fix that issue we have over there. Ungroup. I might be missing, due to along that work and now doing this, I think I'm missing the notching aspect to cut it over here. Just gonna undo so it's back in its place. And now we need to add our purlins. So I'm gonna go back to my floor plan, architecture, structure, beam, and see if we can find that main ridge beam that okay, edit type, let's create a new one because I don't see it there. And this is our stoep purlins, and they are 76 by 50. And I am just going to drag one in over here. Go to my section. There we are. So that's not correct. This needs to be swapped. There we go. And we have a 10. Okay, so 10 and align it. Okay. Minus 500 minus 500 just to move it. AL. There we go. So now I am going to move it so that the bottom corner sits there, and once again array so that the top corner goes over. Or we can rather take the bottom corner. So AR, take the bottom corner, place it there. So 10-degree pitch, it's not stating the amount that we have. So we can try 3. It's most likely also 400 center to center. So that's a bit too much. I'm just going to make it 4. There we go, that's fine. Go back to 3D view. I know this is a lot of detail for stuff that you won't even see, but I like to add all of this so that when I do a section, these small details just make the drawing much more lively at the end on publication. So I'm going to add the fascia again. Just going to select the previous one, press CS for create similar, and add it in. I'm going to select my gutter, CS, and add my gutter. There we have a nice little stoop roof over there. So I've noticed there is 3 columns over here, and they are most likely 38 by 38, just for the purpose of, oh, I see a note I missed. Better on 76 by 76 galvanized pole. Okay, so let's add that. Let's go insert, load family, and I'm gonna go UK, structure, columns, steel. I know it's a square. Go open, and we want a 76. So I'm just gonna take this one, okay, and we'll edit it just now. So now I need to go to my floor plan, and that has been neatly 1, 2, 3 that we can space them out. So structure, column, edit type, duplicate, and go 76 by 76 galvanized pole, and just change this 76, 76. Okay, and I'm going to place the first one over here. I think some of my settings might be weird again, so I'm just going to take this from finish floor level, attic level, see where it goes. I'm going to go section, so we can get it nice and correct. From there we have the height. So now I'm going to select my pole, finish floor level -50, and I'm going to make finish floor level offset height is 2289, and there we have a nice little pole. But now this would normally be centered on that, so I am going to try and align it so that that's centered. And now this doesn't look too great, so I'm going to go edit the boundary, align, just to make this look more presentable. So if we go, our little galvanized pole is aligned with the floor. Okay, now we need to take it to the second and the third one. So I'm going to take this, go AR, choose the side, because it needs to go here. And I'm going to change that to 3. And there we have our little stoop roof with its roof structure. This is coming into shape very well and very nice. Okay, so I also see that all of our roofs, our windows have a plaster band. I will be doing that in another video. Okay, so let's add our, we check here, we have a dormer. So let's add that dormer in. So floor plan, wall plate. I am just going to change this name to attic level. Okay, so where's that one? Okay, here it is. I did forget about him because I did not add it to my floor plans when I created it. Okay, this one looks a lot cleaner. Or is it just me? Do I have to work with this one? And switch that off. Attic level cut, so I will need to hide this later on when we finalize these plans to show that that is not bought, that is not bought, and so forth. But for now, I'm gonna go to site plan. Let's go project north so we have it properly aligned. Let's see, let's see. Do we have a plan in here? No, we do not. Where is our PDF? Okay, that's not the one we are looking for. Attic level. Did I already check it? Okay, so I'm gonna import it again to the attic level so that I can add my reference planes onto that drawing. Let's just get the PDF, and it is on page 1. And rotate 180 degrees because this was not drawn, it was basically flipped when it was drawn. Wireframe, and that goes there, I believe. I think we have okay, just a little bit of alignment. So there, that seems fine. Okay, so now I think there's no brick that can rest on a timber floor. So this walls going up is also timber. So I'm gonna go architecture, wall, edit type, duplicate, and just call this new check dormer. I'm gonna keep it at 90 for now, but it's not brick. So I'm just gonna duplicate this existing dormer. Gonna keep that finish. Cut pattern will be, just gonna make this a timber cut. And okay, attic level has been selected. So I am just going to draw this in over here. Draw that in over there and over there. So now what I'm going to do, trace that roof. Gonna go with my IBR sheeting. Just go with a, gonna go offset from base level. I'm gonna give it 2 meter offset for now, and I'm just going to do this. And that doesn't have a slope, and this doesn't have a slope. So untick and change overall slope to 40 degrees. If we look at our notes, we know that it is 40 degrees. Gonna go okay. Don't attach. Okay, so we might need to attach that. Where is my elevation? Okay, I do not really have a height for that dormer, but we can figure that out. And attach dot base to this roof. So now we need to connect this roof to this roof. And we will go using the dormer tool. So if you go to architecture, there is a dormer tool. So I'm going to select that, select my roof. Dormer tool, select the roof. Okay, I want to pick my roof edge. That's not the correct one. Normally it shows you what to do when there is a little video playing. So dormer for that roof. Pick roof edges. I'm trying to select it. Pick roof edges. I want to select this little roof up top here. Okay, so my brain is totally fried. I've used this function yesterday and now it does not want to work with me again. So let's see, create roof opening cut, dormer opening. Yes, I see that. But I need to connect my roof to that roof first. Yes, that is the step I'm missing with the join roof tool. So that needs to go there. That we have our section, and now I can make this site plan smaller so that it connects there and this connects there. But I do believe I will need to raise this dormer up, like, okay, I will raise that in an elevation so that that can match, where is that drawing, the size of this. I'm just going to take this, copy, paste, select these, site. Okay, let's go to a wireframe. It's going to untick detail level. Yes, 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 yes. We are on hidden line. So why am I looking past it? Display model, arch, project move, hidden lines. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. I'm just gonna unclick everything at this stage. Okay, so let's go. Untick, 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 untick. You will most likely not have any filters set up like this. So let's go back here, wireframe, and let's try and bring this. Okay, so it seems that that doesn't want to show, so I'm going to use the base next thing as a reference plane. So to there, to there, to there, from there to there, so that I now have an idea of where this needs to sit. So that I'm going to check if we have a section through that. Okay, we have this one. So I'm just going to place this here. So I'm just going to delete that out. So let's see if we move our roof up. That's good enough. Take the wall, particular wall. Okay, sir, you need to close there. Okay, now I need to put in a new section. That's on the other side. Looking at our dormer. And there we go. So I'm just going to close this section, save my project, and now I can delete these level lines. So there we have our dormer. But now we have to remember when we do the trusses that the trusses needs to have the dormer's spacing. So if we go like so, 1.2, so there will need to be a truss on this side and on this side. So we can work on a 1.5 meter ish spacing. Okay, so let's add our fascias to our little dormer so that we match these ones. Okay, so select my fascia, CS for create similar. Okay, is there one on the side? Yes, there is. There we go. So now I need to take that and that to cut it there. Okay, so let's cut that side as well. And that looks beautiful. So gutter time. I don't think that there will be gutters on this dormer, so I'm just going to leave that for now. That looks very nice. So now that we've done that, we can add our, I'm going to add the topography just because I just want to see what the site's going to look like. So I'm on my site plan, project north, just get everything back into shape. Okay, let's go massing and site, solid. 1.2 should be fine, so we need to set this to garage finish floor level because on our PDF of existing drawings it shows the highest point is on 100,000 and we know that number matches our garage. So I'm going to select my pick lines tool and I'm just going to do that. Okay, don't attach, modify sub elements, and we know that is 0. This one is, okay, so that is minus 510 plus 510 minus, okay, that we have to go minus 510 plus, yeah, 510 plus 125. So 635 minus 635. Okay, there we go. Let's go to 3D. 3D, where did it not save now? Property lines, just gonna do it again. I think I did not hit that button, don't touch. Oh, but it's new construction, so I have two sites now. That is the importance of working in the correct phasing throughout your drawing or project. So there we have this. Okay, go modify sub elements. This one is -63. This one will then be minus 1010 with a 500 difference between those two. And then the one here in the corner is the same. So it's also -1010. So this foundation is going to be an issue. As you can see, it is showing. So we will need to drop this into the ground more. Since we don't have a depth of the foundation, we will need to set this out just to basically match the site, just to get it underground. Because we have now set out our site points according to this 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there is a bit at the kitchen. The floor is quite high, so I'm just gonna go the big yeah. Can remove you. Can remove you. We can always add new ones if we need to. Where's our section 1? How does that? Okay, so it says there's a 255 difference over here, and it is touching the site. So I am going to I know you overlap, but I'm going to cut you out. Don't worry. Okay, so I'm just gonna move up the site. But all the gradient and everything is still remains the same. But now we have an issue over here. So a half a meter fall is not that rough. Now we have to do additional points and things. But I do think these drawings and what's going on site is two different things at the end of the day. Growth, height offset. Because if we lower this wall any further, this becomes a retaining wall. So the best way I can think of solving this is to go and remeasure the site before I put in the Toposolid due to this being lower. There's also the question regarding to what's going on site if this has been dropped. So for now, I'm going to create a section through my, okay, let's use, we have a garage section, section 3, go for this cut line. Just there. Go cut. And I'm just cutting everything out so that my details look nice and clean. So this will definitely need to be dropped. That little lift did nothing. Okay, so I need to cut you as well. No, that point is not correct. Okay, that is correct. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is cheat and go edit sketch, and I'm going to remove this section so that I can still work on this little site. And how are you higher now again? It's because I cut it out the site. Okay, section, here we come. I put my thin line so I can see where it's cutting. Just do that. And there we still have some cut. Okay, yo, with the thin line off, this drawing really comes to life, eh? So that needs to go before we forget about that. That needs to go. Okay. And here, if I remember correctly, there's steps in front of this house. Okay, so the existing plans, all elevations, site is flat. So I would advise let us follow that example. Let's go with minus 510, minus 510. Just going to select everything at the same time. Okay. So now I'm just going to put it on minus 30, just for that little nookie there. Okay. Let's take our tree down. Let's see what we have. It's not that bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so let's just fix this front part. Okay, so let's add our staircase over here. So to do that, we have to set our level. We already have all our levels in. So I'm just gonna delete these extra sections. Okay, so now our floor starts on this line. So let's go to stair. This is an assembled staircase that's in here. The run width is 600 and our base is finished floor level, and then top level is attic. So I'm going to, let's draw it in like this. Okay, that's a bit overlapping. I'll just move this in closer like so. Okay, so I'm gonna add an extra one here. Go. Let's finish this one off. AL, and I'm just aligning it to my walls. So there is a gap here on site because there's a window sitting here, and the landing is in the middle of the window. Okay, so let's go to 3D. Gonna hide the roof again. I took out the bearer beams or the rafter support beams because it did not make sense once I've entered my dormer that beam would sit right here in the middle with a 1500 gap from the floor, which is very impractical. So that's the reason why I'm saying I think there's a main ridge beam running from end to end with rafters going down from this ridge beam. Okay, so let's select our stair. I'm going to select my stair and I am going to isolate element so I can work on it. Okay, so this is pretty much what we want. This seems completely fine for me. So I've cleared my risers. If you also want to do that, if you're going to go edit type, then let's see where did I, let's click on the run type, and yeah, risers. I just switched them off. And then we can go apply and okay, and you will get the same one as I do. I want to make this smaller. So let's do that. Let's go edit type and go stringer structural depth on run. I want to try 150, 150. Because that feels way too big, but that is way wrong. Let's just try it again. Right support. This one, structural depth on run. On landing. Total depth 150. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it's still locked. Yeah, at the bottom. 200 with 50. I can go with 15. Oh, that looks a lot better. I'm going to change this one as well. Carriage open. Let's see here. Go with 32. Let's do this one. 32. Same. Apply. Okay, that looks a lot cleaner. And let's reset. And there we have our staircase. Attic level. Okay, but that is not correct. Okay, so that is our problem. Okay, attic level. So AL, align it there. Okay. Oh, that looks a lot better. Okay, now we have our staircase in. So I'm going to do my trusses now. So let's go section, and we know reference planes we add back in. Offset 76. Gonna use my pick lines. That is our purlins. I'm going to move this up so that sits accordingly. Okay, so let's do another offset. Let's see what our, okay, we have it connect here, so that span, and let's check the span. So let's go and see what we have to work with. Since it gets fixed here, we only need to work with a 4-meter span, and we need to space it on 1.5 because our dormer is 1.5 meters in diameter. So let's go with a 70 by 200. So for this, I am not going to use beams again, but let's try a beam before we make up our minds. Okay, floor, structure, beam, edit type, duplicate, same procedure as every year, James. So it is then is 70 by 200 is a fine rafter. 70 by 200, and we now need a reference line on our middle line. So I'm gonna go just to reference plane. Let's add it over here. 1, 2. Go back to your floor plan, and there we have our center line. So we know these trusses need to go there and there. Okay, so beam, we have our trusses, our section is over here, so I'm going to pull it to there. Where is that beam? There we go. Now I'm going to try and align it. Okay, so once again we have to give it a little bit of a assistance, and I am just going to pull this into the wall and pull this to that beam. Okay, so we're going to move this scooch up. Okay, and let's check if we can notch this like so. There we have. Okay, so this is not that bad. We can use beams. Okay, we can't notch to a wall, but we can do a Where's that note that I saw earlier in our previously approved plans that states there is power deck with support classes. So there is a note that states there is uh, bearer beams or ridge beam within the wall as well. I'm just quickly trying to find that note to make sure before I draw it like that. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to leave. I did not mean to do that. Okay. So now I'm going to take this one and use mirror by drawing axis. And now we just need to notch it again. And there we go. So this and this becomes a group. After, so I'm going to align this. Align wall, side, there we go. And now I'm just going to go top view because we need to avoid clashing over here. So I'm going to copy these. Okay, there we go. And align once again. Yeah, this is starting to look very good. Very, very good. Okay, site plan. Let's go to existing. Hide. Just want to make sure about our dimensions. Okay, that's fine. It just needs to be under 1.5 meters. Just because if we can't move that one up because then it'll clash with the wall. So that is the spacing. We can't bring this one in. So from here, I'm gonna go array. We are on last. There we go. Let's go with 3. Okay, 3 is not going to work. 4. That seems fine. Let's see our dimension. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so I'm not going to focus on detail for this truss because we won't really be seeing anything over here. We can though put a beam in here just to secure it. Should we do a section through here, then we get that part sorted. So section, gonna go ungrid because I need to notch all of you again. Okay, copy, and I need to place you. I'm gonna place you over on the wall over there. I think that should be sufficient. If there's, like I said in the previous videos, if there's any timber construction experts watching this, and if you are cursing me, I do apologize. And notch Oh no, you need to notch there. Why are you not notching as beautifully as that one? Ungrip. Is it because you are not entirely to that wall? Are you through? There we go. Okay, this is looking very nice. Okay, now we can do a decorative color here on the inside. So this, yes, that needs to stay on that size. So I'm going to put in a decorative color over here. So I'm just going to go finish floor level again. Go. I'm going to use the same beam as rafters just for uniformity. Just going to put it in there. Okay, where are you? There you are. Okay, you need to go 500, 500 just to give you that extra oomph. And I think we can make it a bit smaller. If we look, let me just move it in front of that wall. Okay, that looks alright. Okay, so now I'm just going to align it with my trusses. Let's go 3D align. Okay, okay, but let's, yeah, okay, that's fine. Click on notch. I want no cut was made. Okay, you are probably selecting that one. There we go. Notching 0. Okay, so now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And align. Don't worry, we'll notch you now, you little ones. Oops. So if you want to align like the error I just made, select where you want it and then you click on the object you want to move. So I want it there and then I click on the object I want to move. But I'm gonna remove this notching over here because that is not what we want. Oh, a double notch most likely. Okay, so notch. No. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And rinse and repeat. So you select the one you want to cut and then click on the thing you want to connect to. So you see, I want to cut this one because it's extruding here and I select my ridge beam. I want to cut this one and I select my ridge beam. I want to cut this one and I select my ridge beam. But it seems that my ridge beam just needs to go there, remove. No, 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 no. You should not do that. Come. Let's go into our wall a bit. There we go. Check if there is any. Okay, notching is fine. There is someone extruding. Notch. Cut. Okay, and now let's clean up the other ones. I'm gonna cut you. Cha. Cut you. Cut you. Cut you. Rinse and repeat. Let's flip it. Okay, there we have our main roof trusses. Now we just need to add our purlins. So finished floor level, we know we have a attic over here. So that is our truss, and we have our wall. Great. So let's go structure, beam, and where is our purlin? Okay, I'm just going to draw it in. Let's draw it in from here, from our wall over there. So I'm going to do this section. It's a small one and then a long one. Okay, so I'm just going to go 500, 500 again, and 40. Align. Are you? Okay, I need to duplicate here. So this is 76 by 50 main roof purlins, 50 by 76, and we can just change this one and align. Okay, so you need to move up there, my guy. Okay, I'm going to place this one over here. So he needs to run to the ungroup. I don't want the grips. It's fun at the beginning. Okay, so now this one's gonna stay. So we're gonna create phantom purlins on this section. So I am going to delete this. What did I delete now? I want my reference plane, and we are done with that because we have that in. Done with that. Okay, so let's AR from the. Let's take the top one. Okay, AR again, top onto the wall. We need a spacing of 1,000, under 1,000. So let's do 5, 1.2, not enough. 7. It's 50, maybe 9 can work. Ugh, 6. Yeah, perfect. So this one we need to change, and this one we need to change to little old shorty over here. So that one can stay. I need to move you there, copy there. So I am going to move. Let's go align. Okay, no, that isn't right. I really hoped that would work. Okay, that's just manually adjusting them. Okay, finish. And I'm going to ungroup these because we have two in place here and pull it back. Don't want you on the inside. That's fine. Pull it back a bit more. There we go. Okay. No. Stop snapping to things. And then just a little bit in. And now we still have an opening by our dormer. Okay, section time. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, we have 1, 6. So I'm just going to take the one and click mirror to draw by axis in the middle. Take it down, flip it. I'm just going to ungroup it. -40. There we go. AR, top one, rinse and repeat. 6. There we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3D view, and there we have our roof structure. So now we need to add ceilings on the inside here. The same principle we used for our ceiling here, that is sloped. We will be doing it here. So I'm thinking of, let's start with 1, 2, and 3, since they are the biggest. Because there's no need to put ceiling here and here and here and here. Okay, so let's go to our attic level. I am going to delete this PDF. Can just pull it back in if need be. So you, sir. Okay, so I need to put that back in. Architecture reference plane. So we know where our ceiling needs to stop. I did kind of forget about this when I deleted them, but it's not a train smash to put them back in. Attic level, there we go. Ceiling, I'm going to use the exact same system as this, but I'm just going to duplicate it because we do not have branding on this. This gets fixed to the underside of the purlins. Delete. Okay. Sketch ceiling. I am just going to throw it in over here. And let's go to 3D view since we already have a view here with our roof that is hidden. I'm gonna select my wall. Wall, where are you? Okay, I'm gonna create a cut. Line. Let's see if we can tab our way out of this. If you hit tab, you'll see bottom left, you'll cycle through different references in your project. I'm gonna go with that one. I think that is no, that was not the correct one. Worst case, drag and snap. Align to our ridge beam. Go to attic, and now I am going to select it, copy it to there, and move it back into place. And I'm just going to extend it a bit because they are not the same distances. So once again, I'm just going to highlight, copy from there to there, and align. There we go. Okay, now we have that. Now you can go slope arrow and do that. Select your slope, go slope, and go 40 degrees. Save project. And there we have our ceiling. So now I'm just gonna bring it back down, and this needs to go to the underside of the purlins. So you, sir, need to go there. Okay, so I selected the outside of the wall when I aligned it. So on edit boundaries, finish floor level. And I'm gonna complete it, go back to my section, see what's happening. Okay, let's see our 3D. And there we have it. Okay, so this seems not in the correct position. Although I did. I need to move it back up. There we go. So according to Sun's 10400 XA, this will not suffice. If I go to my site plan quickly, we are in energy zone 4, and we need to use extruded polystyrene of a minimum thickness of 100 millimeters. So for that, I am going to just change this to 100 and move it. Let's check our 3D. And there we are. There we have it. A little bit of exposed truss. That's what it looked like on site with our ceilings. So now I'm going to edit type and attic level, since they are now correct. And I'm just going to copy it into their places, because this one needs to go to that wall and this one needs to go to that wall. And there we have our ceiling. And I'm going to attach this base to the ceiling. User attach top. to the ceiling. Okay, so now this side I think is going to be a bit tricky, but no fear. Let me just select it again, go to attic level, boundary, and I'm going to mirror by drawing the axis. Okay, I want to mirror by drawing the axis. Okay, are you guys on there? Yes. Align. Okay, and you need to move up. I will try and sort you out now. Let's go finish just to see what's happening. Okay, that is why we could not mirror it. I'm going to mirror you by not joining you. That was my error. There we go. Yeah, we just tap, 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 tap until we can get this. Because now these ones need to go to there. Because there's no use sealing, like installing ceiling where there's a void. Okay, and we need to cut out on this section. So edit boundary, you and you. And attic level, trim and extend. Okay, and align on there. And align this one. And delete that one. Okay, now I'm just going to add a section box so we can suss what is going on there, just to ensure it looks beautiful. Okay, let's just, okay, so that's going to be a problem. Because this is attached to the roof. Okay, I want my roof, please. Unhide element. Because that is connected to the roofing material, that opening is happening. So normally, in some of the houses I've seen, is that this dormer wall is built straight down with the wall going. But we have attic restrictions of 1.5 meters, so that's why I've placed this wall here, that you don't, that you have a little void space. Okay, but I'm going to leave that as is. So I do not want to modify the walls for that part. Okay, here we have our ceiling trusses. Let's just add a low wall in front here, mini 110 garden wall underneath our stoop. Finish floor level. And I'm gonna go wall. I'm just gonna use the existing 90mm wall and go foundation level, finish floor minus 50. And let's just add it in like so. And I'm just going to do that. So I'll just select my foundation, edit type, duplicate. I'm gonna give this a, let's go with 250 by 125. 250 by 125. This is wrong one. Uh, Structure, foundation, I don't know how it's said. Like so. Just for some support on that wall. Please, when you're doing foundations, consult with your engineer. Do a rational design. This is existing, so I am just making my drawing look better at the end of the day. Okay, so finish floor level. We are going to use this section. That is our best section at the moment. If we look here, we can delete that and delete that. Let's check our head clearance here again. Eesh, that is very low. That's what I'm saying. I think this actually sits in there and that span goes there and it fixes there. But that I will see tomorrow. Alright, so our 190 wall as a foundation. Now we have to add thickenings to these walls. So I'm going to go select my floor, and this needs to cut there to there. So there we go, like that. Don't attach. And if we go here, the reason why I'm doing this is if you go structure, slab, slab edge, and you add that little slab edge, then you go edit it. That is way too thick. I need to edit that slab edge. Just try again. Okay, so that's called, it's a profile M slab edge thickened 600 by 300. Okay, so finish floor level and section. So that is what I want to create there. So let's go check for our profile family. Profile, profiles, structural foundations, foundation slab, 150, the slab edge. Yo, my brain. A new M slab edge. Let's go M slab. one we want 200, 400. Okay, so let's see. 180, that's 300. Okay, 480. So where is your 600 master? Okay, so we need to just make this smaller. Okay, width change 400. Okay, that's fine. So now 300, 180. Oh, that's fine. Go back to finish floor level, and now we have to redraw our little floor. Line, center. Okay, this actually can go there. Yeah, let's keep it on center. Line. Okay. This is not attic level. Let's finish floor level. Okay, isolate element. Need to go structure again. Slab. There we go. Reset. And there we have a little thickening under our 110 walls, just with some additional support. And now we need to do the same for the other two. Okay, let's select our floor again. Floor. Edit. Okay. Slab edge. Okay. Floor. And just align that floor to our cavity. And this is finished floor level. Okay, we need one here and one there. Isolate element, we need one here and one there. Slab, footing. And let's see. There we go. And we'll do this front section right now. Now we can actually just give this one another one here. Slab footing, there we go. Okay, final floor for this area. Floor. We need to step it over here. From here to there. So SL for split line, TR for trim and extend, AL for align, and then TR again. AL. Ooh, it's on attic level. There we go. So it's only this one side we need to do, luckily. Isolate and structure, slab edge. There we go. And there we have our footings. Let's take our section box in, and now we can just go modify, join to eliminate those lines. And it'll showcase our little footing very nicely. So I'm just going to go click on my footing, and let's add our concrete material. There we go. Just so that everything looks the same. Okay. Section box off. Okay, so we need our fixtures. Just add some, okay, doors. For these internal existing doors, I'm gonna use the absolute standard those. Let's get the layout in front. Okay, so it's opening to that, and this one is opening that way, and our bathroom is opening over here. Then we have a wall opening over there. We can check out section 2 as well. Aha. Let's join, join. Okay, now we know that's joined. So if we pull a section through that area again, it will look very nice. Okay, let's do our wall opening over here. Okay, architecture, wall, and I'm just gonna drag it in. This opening is 900, and its base offset is that, top constraint unconnected on 2.1. Okay, let's see what we have drawn. Yeah, there we have it. So we need to adjust those ceilings. Another one. I am going to align them with these joists, because then there's a gap. If this was where it was, then there's no gap. And now I can just, that will look a lot better. That I will also need to check on site tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have all of those things joined. I think we need to join those on still. Join, join. There we go, there we go. Okay, and finish floor level. Let's just switch on our new construction because I want to use these these guys over here. So let's go and change them to existing. Okay, we have a bath against this wall. Okay. Thank you, good sir. You are over there. And we have toilet over there, but the toilet can't be against a 110 wall. Its pipes are too big. But hey, I will then just assess the proper location. But for now, I need to match what is on the previously approved drawings. Let's go to attic. There is okay. These two need to move up to attic, and let's go and align toilet in the middle. Wrong middle. Okay, rotate. Since she don't want to work with me, but move to this side. Okay, drain is in this corner. So mirror, delete, put in place, move a bit up. That's about fine. So now we need to do another wall opening over here. So architecture, wall, select your wall, click again and just drag it. And 900, base offset 0, and our top constraint unconnected on 2.1. And I'm going to move you up, good sir, like so. There we go. Okay, let's move our section box a bit. Okay, there we have our bath, our toilet, and shower with our toilet. Okay, so I am wanting to put in just a little staircase in front here to make it look nice. Because our stoop is very high here. And if I also remember correctly from when I was there a couple weeks back, that there was a stair-esque thing going on here. So I'm gonna go floor plan, and I'm just gonna go stairs, and I'm gonna use my cast in place stairs. I'm gonna use garage and FFL. So we need to go from there to there, just like so, and I'm going to just do this. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna delete the railings. Okay, so let's change this because it needs to be flat. Let's go edit. We want a run type. Edit. Terms change it to 500. And there we go. Guess you need to go minus 30. There we go. And now we need to remember about the stairs that was in the garage. So if I take this, go and just roughly guess finished floor level, yes. And I'm going to copy the staircase because the staircase is sitting 0, align, edit. And now I'm just moving it just like so. Let's go okay. It's roughly matching the previously approved plans. Okay, and then there is a opening over here for the kitchen. So once again, architecture, wall, click on the wall, click again when you want to start it. And I just like to leave a little, small little nip where I end it, because sometimes when I do a wall opening, and if I snap it to there, I get an error because this can't keep the elements joined. So that's barely noticeable, and it just works out quite well. So finished floor level, both constraint, and we have a 2.1 like so, and there is a wall above it. So I'm going to go LW for line work and select overhead and just do that. And do the same for those sides. We need to make custom families for our back door and our front door and all of our windows. But for now, this is quite acceptable. So we can't see in there, can't see in anymore over there. Let's see if it's like that wall. No, that doesn't look too bad. Okay. Now I am just looking at, we need to do the braai area over here. Let me just quickly check the braai size. Okay. So there is no official size on the plans. So now, let's see if we have a plan, or did I remove it? Which one's this? Yeah, it's not the correct one, but we need this one to stay for our drainage. So once again, I'm going to import it. First page. Okay, thank you for coming to the party. Oh no, I want an idea. VG. I don't want anything. Not at this stage. You can go back into hiding, but you I need. Okay. Okay, so let's go wireframe. Oh, I moved the wrong one. Okay, adjust it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so our dimensions are correct, and the PDF is not that correct. So I'm just going to work from this wall and kind of just place it over there just to get the rough idea. And this is most likely a 190. Oh, so let's see. So I'm going to use a 220. So this is going like this. I'm going to extend it in. If I remember correctly, it's kind of out and in at the same time. So I'm going to just leave this like that for now. Okay, where did we detach? Okay, you need to go up, up, so I know where you are. Finish floor level, you two, my good man. Go to the highest you can go. Okay, so all of you need to be aligned to wall plate. Okay, I'll deal with that later. And you guys need to go to. Okay, I am going to make you comply. Okay, hide. Okay, okay. There is our chimney. And now we need our section box back. We just we need to change these walls because it's not a brick finish, it's also a plaster finish. Edit type and cancel duplicate chimney walls, existing chimney walls. Okay, edit, And this is our existing brickwork. And I'm just going to delete that, 220. Because I will need to double check this on site to see if it is outside and flush. So I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to group these guys before I delete that internal wall. But we can though create a wall opening. Select our wall, make our opening. So this gives me the perfect chance to use our Braai family that we have created. If it can load any slower, it'll be sad. Let's go load family. How to words, Braai. Okay, so that is an oopsie. You need to be on the back wall, my friend. Okay. Okay. Section box, let's move you up. Move it down. So this ungroup. I'm going to delete that. And let's move you up. Okay. Let's go 18 millimeters. Move 18. Now you don't want to move with the wall. Okay, that's fine. Let's just try and put it in the center and just make it smaller. Give me my wall. Let's isolate these two. Go join. Come now. I know you overlap, but I don't want you to be two separate walls because I shouldn't have cut you in the first place. Okay, I'm not gonna fight you anymore. Let's go with 900. And I'm going to do a wall. Yeah, come with me, bro. A line on our brow and a line on there and a line on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna lock them in case, so that if I change the braai size, hopefully the opening will adjust with it. I going too fast here. There we go. And then another one, since I've decided to cut my walls. I want the bottom. No. AL. Hey, bro. Please, man. Okay, are you kidding me now? How do you do it? Why? I just want to cut it out. Okay, finish for you. Need to join your brother. I know, you're overlapping, Revit. Are you one now? Oh my hell. Just stay like that so I can cut one wall, please. Okay, so let's try this third time's the charm. Okay, I think I know why I am freaking out like this. I am not going to fight with that wall anymore. Okay. I want the side. Thank you. Top. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, reset. Oop, I need to join this. Thank you. And that one. Okay, there we have a braai. So now I need to go and create a new wall. So let's take this one, create similar, and I'm going to take you to level 4. And you need to sit here. And what you are going to do, good sir, sit like that. And I am going to bring your ass up, align that, that, and let's join you to take away those nasty lines. And got there, I'm going to pull back to there and add a new one over here and do the exact same. Pull it back to there so that we don't have a gutter on the inside. And I'm going to do the same with this fascia. There we go. And once again, add another one. Okay, is it this one? This one without the gutter. Move it back and remove that gutter because we don't need it anymore since I moved the fascia and the gutter is connected to the fascia. Okay, let's move this gutter back. Let's go. There we go. Okay, let's move this one back into place. Architecture, roof, gutter. There we go. And user are gonna you need to go edit footprint. And we need to cut you out. So let's cut no slopes, SL, and let's trim and extend these lines. And once again, we are going to join them to take away those nasty lines. So now we have a nice view of our braai, and we have space for a flute. And there we have an almost completed existing drawing of previously approved plans to start off a new project. Let me just align this quickly and just take it a notch down. Okay, all of you should still be okay. Okay, finish row level. I want to see this side, so view, elevation. Okay, existing. So where do you look? see the whole house, and you can be minimum 1,000. So there, that's fine. Hey, why did you guys move up? I did not move you. Did I delete? No. Yeah, I am glad I caught that and did not go further. And then all of a sudden, it's because I changed the roof. That is why. And you can see in there by the window, it's coming together quite nicely. Okay, Mr. Gutter, save. And there we go. So in the next one, we can do the finishing touches after and put in our front door, back door, and our windows of our property. Kitchen window, bedroom windows, uh, and then front window, bathroom window, and bathroom window. There we go. I will see you guys in the next one.